Oh, welcome to another episode of ISN Talks. Oh, guys, I think we're all feeling this topic, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So,
also trying the strawberry flavor.
Get it. So, Aura, please introduce us to this topic. What are we gonna talk or vent about today?
As we know with K-pop, it's gone through so many concepts, so many different genres. What are some concepts that you are tired of? Or, maybe what concepts that you kind of miss, genres you miss or want to come back more often? So basically, what are you tired of and what do you want to come back?
All right. No fighting over who goes first.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be fighting this for a sec to try to open it.
Okay. All right. Well then, Nick, you want to kick this off?
Sure. All right, so let's start with some concepts I'm burnt out on. Biggest one definitely is crush concepts for boy groups. I'm really burnt on the whole chanting, on the whole like hyper crush. Not every boy group is doing it right now. It's kind of a hassle, It makes it also really difficult to tell MVs apart, especially when we're talking about them. Yeah. Especially because we eliminate some every week or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so I might get confused a little bit. That's why I have to listen to them, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why like last year with Pentagon when they released Hump, I really liked it because it was just so lighthearted and not crushed like everyone else is doing. Yeah, so that's why that still stands out to me for 2019.
I'm also really tired of the quirky girl concept.
Quirky girl, what specifically, or I should say, what kind of example do you got?
So like for a quirky girl concept, it would be like before this comeback, but like stuff that Nature used to do. Saturday's a big one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The we're different concept, you know what I mean?
Quirky. I'm a different girl. I do what I want. Yeah. Itsy. Itsy.
I wasn't gonna say it, but Itsy. I mean, I like Itzy's instrumentation because it's different, but it's just that quirky girl concept I think is a little overused right now, because it's like right now it's very much like girl crush or quirky. Those are pretty much your two options.
Yep.
Really tired of 2010s throwbacks. I just stop.
I mean, I've been noticing there. So within the K-pop space, there's a lot of that 2010s throwbacks, and then even within the indie space, there's a lot of 80s throwbacks as well. 80s. I think I've seen a couple of 90s comebacks, or 90s stylized comebacks, especially like New Jack Swing, kind of R&B type. So yeah,
but it's funny. There's a lot of the nostalgia, I believe.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But it's funny because New Jack Swing and 90s retro are actually genres that I want to see come back because they've fallen out now. It was there for a short period of time, especially when XID was close to their hiatus.
Yep.
And then now that, because XID was pretty much the front runners of that like New Jack or the 90s retro type vibe, or retro at all, actually they did multiple retros.
Because they did sample a lot of not just New Jack Swing, but also like kind of like the pop R&B type as well that we saw like in the early 90s Western music. So
genres I'm kind of burnt out on. I'm kind of burnt out on ballads.
yeah.
We talked about that a little bit before. I'm kind of burnt out on Moombahton. And a little burnt out on bubblegum pop.
Okay, quick question.
Wow.
What's Moombahton?
So Moombahton is EDM fused with house.
Yeah, it's based off of reggaeton. So if you're familiar with a lot of like reggaeton from Puerto Rican artists, especially so like for American pop, when you think of like some of the big names that came up in the 2010s, especially like around 2011, 2012, I want to say, there was a lot of reggaeton going on, and Moombahton is based off of that. Like you said, infused with house, EDM.
Examples.
And I can't come up with any examples off the top of my head for that.
Groups that really push the kind of Moombahton sound. Bandit has been known to do it.
Okay.
Card's done it a bit.
Yeah. Was it some of G-Friend stuff also had some Moombahton infused. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in general, those are the concepts and genres I'm pretty burnt out on.
So I was gonna say, like, it's kind of interesting when you say like bubblegum pop, because like we haven't had a whole lot released lately.
I think a lot of that is still literally still burnout from
like before, prior years.
Yeah, like 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah, because like, was it Or and I were talking about this yesterday too? Because like, as far as like bubblegum pop for this year,
there haven't been a lot.
The only example I could think of is Bobby Girl from Fanatics.
Yeah, so there's Bobby Girl. There's like LiQWYD just released a song.
Oh man, I forgot about LiQWYD.
Rather bubblegum pop as that goes. A lot of the groups that are releasing cutesy concepts now are doing bubblegum pop. Especially upcoming girl groups.
It doesn't stand out to me because I think what does stand out to me for like the new girl, like the girl groups that have been releasing stuff, or like the girl crush releases, or like the kind of crush type releases. I'm thinking of like Crazy, or
Third Eye, stuff like that.
Third Eye, Red Square, like a lot of So, and then Moombahton, like I was thinking like a couple weeks ago, like I'd be down for something, because like I never really cared much for Moombahton before. So I think just like with what you were saying with bubblegum pop, is like that burnout, because they did have a lot of Moombahton infusions from like 2017, 2018. Continue on 2019, they kind of backed off on it for this year, it feels like. Yeah,
a lot of the bubblegum pop stopped when Girl Crush took over.
Yep, 2018.
And then from then on, since Girl Crush has been so dominant, it's kind of stayed where it's at. Because right now, Girl Crush is just the concept to do if you're a girl group.
Yeah.
It's kind of it. We've went through waves where it wasn't like that.
Yep.
But the waves usually only last a month at most, and then we're right back to Girl Crush.
I mean, I have a theory that has something to do with these labels making a big push to break into the Western market, especially the American market. So,
yeah, I mean, they want that success.
Yep. Aura, what about you? What are you burnt out on?
I mean, you guys already know. So like for me, I guess it's a subgenre of girl crush. It's like I still like girl crush, but it's the overly angry and aggressive girl crush,
I mean, that's not even your style of music to begin with, because it doesn't even matter if it's girl crush. If it's a boy group, you don't even like when it's like super aggressive.
Overly aggressive boy groups who do that, like over manly and over aggressive.
The rebellious concepts.
Rebellious, big energy.
Yep.
Yeah, I've never been into like I kind of grew out of the rebellious music, especially as I got older and got away from like probably like Linkin Park, the heavy metal stuff. It's weird to go, hey, Aura listens to heavy metal. Yeah, no, I did used to really like heavy metal, all the screamo rock and whatever.
For a moment, I thought you were going to reference the Han Rebellions.
Yeah, it was really popular in Han Rebellions.
Oh, for sure.
You thought you were safe.
you know,
this is ISN Talks. We clown on you more.
I know I'm never safe. I just didn't think it'd be this early. I thought I'd get a couple of more minutes of safety, but no.
Gotta keep you on your toes, man.
There are never a couple minutes of safety. Should know that.
So I mean, so you're saying, was it like stuff like Linkin Park?
Yeah.
That kind of you already kind of grew out of that. Rebellious and for Linkin Park, I also associate like that teenage angst as well.
Yeah, I'm not super into the whole angsty thing, and
yeah,
like while I do like the ballads, I also understand where Nick is coming from with being a little bit burnt out because it's that super overly, because a lot of ballads are very emotional, very sad, and almost to the point where it's angsty, and that's also something I'm burnt out on. And then that whole almost like militaristic style of music.
Yeah, because like what was it Blackpink's Kill This Love and Everglow's Audios, they had like a really military-esque marching band fusion going on in there as well as imagery. Yeah,
ANS did it too,
and ANS, yes.
Yeah, and those are some of the types of songs I've been finding myself harder to be invested in, harder to be really into. But then there's like for genres, it's again the overly rebellious kind of genres, and then just genres are a little bit harder for me, I guess, because it can take so many various forms. It's just seeing a lot of dark concepts being done over and over without having an interesting take.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely been a lot of darker concepts, harder concepts for this year and last year.
Yeah.
Compared to like 2015, right?
Right.
It was like a lot of bright concepts as well.
Dude,
round it all out.
I remember when who was it? I think it was Vix released a dark concept MV, and everybody was like, "Whoa, we need to bring this back." And just thinking about that now, it's like everyone would be like, "Oh, another MV."
Yep.
Right.
Like dark concepts are really popular right now.
I mean, like having a dark concept mixed with a little bit of fun into it. For me, I find it's fine. Like if you think about Stray Kids' God's Menu, I actually really like that concept. It was a little bit darker, but it also had that fun element to it that, that is easily associated with Stray Kids, and that's something I very much enjoy. And then also with like BTS, they've got a few dark concepts here and there, but they can also add in that like fun, not like super fun, but like a little bit lightheartedness to the concept, and I think
or they also put in like uplifting as well.
Exactly.
Uplifting and kind of, was it some because they've had quite a few themes as well, like kind of the whole finding sanctuary overarching theme in their releases. So,
exactly.
As of late. Yep.
Or like if you want to go like the girl group route, Mamamoo, very very much they have some darker concepts, but there's some lightheartedness that you can really groove to,
Go Go Baby, fun, just straight up fun.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, but if it's very much heavy on almost like negativity, like I want to say No is a good example for a song that is dark and almost, I want to say, angsty or almost like mad, not anger,
confrontational.
Yeah, that's something I'm not really into. And I'm not saying it's the girl's fault or nothing like that, but it's whenever I think of a song that is dark and over angsty or something, or confrontational, it's No is the first song that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
All right, so on to you, Jihoon. think we know the first one.
First one you guys already know. Yeah, you're about to say trap for sure.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of trap this year and last year especially as well.
Mm-hmm.
I love funk, but I feel like lately for this year, it's been nothing but trap, some kind of funk, and what else? What was another one? It was like house, like especially like tropical house. So that's like
I had that on my list too.
Yeah. So those are the big three predominant sounds going on right now. And I'm still not burnt out on funk, but I know that if this continues on, I'm going to get burnt out. So
yeah, I can see that.
House again, I have a higher tolerance compared to Nick for house, especially tropical house, but I'd like to see them expand to other stuff. So like just like we were talking about earlier, you know, I would love to see some more like just straight up pop, you know. What's it called? Because at the moment, it's just for this year so far, it's been Fanatics and A-Pink is what I can remember.
I mean, so since we're coming up to, as of recording this, we're coming up to the summit. I feel like we're going, with how the weather's been, there might be a little bit more of the tropical house and stuff. So I can very
100%.
I can very much see
tropical house is in full swing.
I mean, and that's why like I was thinking to myself like, yeah, you know, I could do with more movement on. I mean, I know you're burnt out on it, Nick. I mean, going back to 2015, like all the past few years to 2015. It's just that, like, I guess because for myself, I haven't been listening to a lot of it over the years, and really, I think what 2017 was about the most where, like, yeah, I'm jamming out to this, but other than that, it's really been kind of missing in my library. But and this is I guess this is like some kind of outliers, I guess. Light rock as well. I'd like to see some more light rock. So in the pop realm, J-pop, they incorporate a lot of light rock elements into J-pop. Not like so far as of late, it's only been what, IU, and I think like a couple one-offs as well. The light rock sound hasn't really been present in K-pop or in Korean music.
Right. Yeah. We have things that are very much like obviously Dreamcatcher, duh. But
Dreamcatcher is like more like with the harder rock. And
their B-sides can be light rock though. Usually their main song is not. The title song's usually not. I
should say, I guess to kind of correct what I was saying earlier, not just pure light rock, but like pop with light rock infusion. So like,
okay.
Yeah. So think of it like blooming, right? IU's blooming. Stuff along those lines. We haven't had a lot of that. And I know it's more predominant in J-pop. So, but I'd like to see it in K-pop as well. Then, since you did bring up Dreamcatcher, that was gonna be the other thing. I would also like to see some more harder rock concepts. So metal. I want to see some heavy metal. So, yeah.
For me, if it's metal, it's gonna feel like I'm going back to my teen years. It's just a lot of metal, good, just
yeah. I mean, because like I guess what I've been really wanting to hear is just like a really awesome guitar shred. Like I haven't heard in a while.
So that leads really well into one of my concepts that I really like to see come back, which is a female rock band.
Yeah.
Jeez, there are not a lot of female bands at the moment.
Yeah.
Most of them are male.
I think the last time we saw a female like band is AOA Black.
AOA? Yeah.
AOA Black.
There was
AOA,
one.
Probably.
There was one artist I actually discovered last year as well, and she, her band has been around since at least 2011. I have to go dig through our chat because I posted it like last year, and I've been meaning to. I kept saying like, oh, I'm gonna go back and check her stuff out, and now I don't even remember her name anymore. So.
Yeah, I definitely think like a female rock band concept would be really nice to see, especially because like I mean you have Day 6, FT Island, The Rose, CN Blue, you know, all those that have done like kind of band concepts.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, the female rock or the female band concept is just not really done. Like we said, we had AOA, but that was like really the extent that I know of.
Yeah. I don't think it did that well comparatively to like
on the
the
flip
rest
side,
of
though,
AOA.
it's gonna be funny. What's up?
Huh? Oh. I think there was a slight pause in all of our videos. All I said was, comparatively. Actually, no. Now I forgot. I forgot what I was saying.
All right.
Yeah, you're lagging a bit, so it'll be alright.
Alright.
As far as like other concepts, I'd really like to see more Pure and Innocent. I think that's really fallen off. I mean, as we know, that's like one of my favorite concepts.
Yeah, it's the same for me because like I was listening to G-Friend's 2016 album LOL,
Mm-hmm.
and
Have it right over there.
it's pop infused with a lot of light rock, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Wow, let's bring that back.
And-
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Oh, and then that's not to confuse it with like adding cutesy to it, right?
Right. So like cute and innocent is or Pure and Innocent is very
G-Friend-esque.
is G-Friend SIS type esque.
Yeah.
Cute and Innocent is very like 2016 Twice, which I also think needs to come back a little bit. That kind of genre.
We have a large gap right now in the market at the moment. So
Right.
Other things I'd really like to see would be Latin pop, but not to the point of Moombahton, like an 80-20 Latin fusion. So you have like 80% Latin and like 20% Korean. You're basically doing like SF9 O Sole Mio, or stuff Suju's been doing recently. More of that because it's like really cool to see.
Okay.
I never thought I'd say this, but I want more jazz.
Yeah.
But not pure jazz for you, right? You're talking about like jazz fusions.
No.
Yeah.
Jazz fusions.
Yeah.
I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I can get.
Yeah.
As we've talked about before, I am not a jazz listener. I do not listen to jazz.
So is it for variety?
It's for variety.
Yeah.
The market seems really flat right now with what we have.
Yeah.
Other things I'd really like to see is like 90s retro, because XID was like the front runner of 90s retro.
Yep.
They're on hiatus. I'd like to see more 90s retro. And soul. Oh my lord.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
I need more soul. I was listening to Suvi's Chained Up in Diamond, which is kind of R&B soul fusion.
Yep.
And I was like, I need more of this. Like,
Yes.
I need this times 10.
Yes.
And then like I talked about before, New Jack Swing is like a big one for me.
Yeah, New Jack Swing. And wasn't I saying earlier this year too? Like, it would be great. I'm pretty sure. Like I said this back in like February when we were like in the full swing of this funk infusion. Like I would love to see some more New Jack Swing come up. So,
because I mean, if you're doing funk and New Jack Swing go very hand in hand.
Yeah, because New Jack Swing pulls a lot from pop, New Jack Swing, or funk, jazz, R&B, but it puts more of that pop spin on it.
Yep.
So,
I would also like to see some like futuristic / cyberpunk-ish concepts.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
so more Alexa kind
Alexa,
of
Alexa,
like Alexa, yeah.
But it doesn't have to go hard. You know what I mean?
Well, the one thing I've noticed is based off of what Nick and I have said, a lot of what we talked about like being burnt out on and we want to see more of, it just has to do with the market as a whole. Because getting that variety back into the industry, it would be great.
I've been listening to a lot of 2017, 2018 music because the variety, like early 2018 music, because the variety there was nuts. Like, I mean, you had your soul groups, you had your rock groups, you had your retros, you had everything that everyone wanted.
Yes.
That's back when before G-Friend switched styles. So I mean, you had your Pure and Innocent.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it was great.
Yeah. Or and I was talking about that yesterday. The exact same thing yesterday. Because like I was thinking, like, man, 2018, I did not feel burnt out on any particular concept or musical style.
At the end, I was burnt out, but
Oh yeah,
definitely for the first
towards
half.
the end because of the Girl Crush onslaught had started. Yeah,
the onslaught.
Yep. Yeah, so for us, it is definitely based on variety. What Orem talked about was way more just that the genres that are popular right now just weren't really your style to begin with, right? You say it's like the computational crush style. So.
Yeah, for me, I'm just not something that kind of feels like it's full of anger or whatever. I'm not into. It's just not. I just want to have fun and enjoy my music, having fun.
Yeah. I feel a very similar thing because right now what I'd really like is for boy groups to do a fun concept, but not. So the problem with boy group fun concepts is you have two options: either it's boy group fun mature, or boy group fun and you're like children again.
Yeah, because going back to Pentagon's Hunt when they're back in high school, or what was the one that Astro released in 2016? Where they're on the beach. I actually really like that one. I would love to see that concept come back.
So, I like the more mature, not childlike concepts.
Yeah.
So like B2B, right? B2B is like a front runner for like that kind of young and dumb kind of concept, I guess is the way to call it. And I really like that concept, but the problem is it's not done that often.
It's not done that often, and so I think
boy groups have moved to like one general concept, and that's just crushes, crush everything.
I mean, I think for
you see a lot of chains now, to be honest.
Yeah,
not that
chains, leather, black, spikes. So, because my theory being that around 2018 was when all these K-pop labels are realizing like, hey, it's popular. It's possible to get popular in America. Look at BTS. Look at Blackpink, and so that's when we started seeing that Girl Crush onslaught. So, and then 2019 they're still making that push. 2020 they're still making that push.
I've also noticed aside from soloists, I've also noticed a very large change in how the chord structure of K-pop. Now that BTS is broken in the American market, a lot of companies are trying to figure out how to do a 3-chord structure and make the song interesting. And it's like I've talked about it before. It's gonna kill my vibe. Like the problem, the whole reason I don't listen to American music anymore is simply because like we've talked about before, I focus a lot on chord structure. I focus a lot on how chords are arranged and why they arrange them that way and what's interesting and what's not. But if they move to just basically Americanized chord structure, I mean, what do I have to analyze at that point,
And then for myself too, like American music's got really bland. I don't know what it's like right now, but I know for back when I last tracked American music, it just got really bland in terms of musical styles.
Right.
It's kind of like what we're talking about right now with K-pop coming up. Like it's starting to get really bland at the moment because right now we have 3 primary musical styles at the moment.
Right.
We have our crush concepts. We have, I guess, our more cutesy concepts, and then we have our quirky concepts, and that's pretty much it. And then
and then going back to like 3 musical styles of like, house, trap, funk, right? American music, I felt like for when I last tracked it was like either really urban, really hip hop, really trap, like it was just really along those musical styles, and they're all related. Those are all related styles.
Yeah, they are.
So it got really bland for me, and so I just want to see the same thing. And I think that's Aura. You mentioned a few months ago, you felt like that my focus has really shifted towards soloists, and because soloists in the more indie realm, we can still see other like musical styles alive there. So again, we see jazz, we see some light rock, we see all the other things that I'm just not getting out of the mainstream pop segment. So man,
yeah, I mean, I think definitely a lot of this burnout, like the thing is we burn out on concepts really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're high intake consumers too.
Yeah,
like
we're very high intake consumers.
right. Like I was talking to Jihoon, we listen to over 100 MVs in a month.
Mm-hmm.
So think about it. In a month, we're already listening to maybe 100, 120 MVs, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
And we only talk about maybe 4 or 5 of them a week, but still,
yeah,
we listen to all of these MVs. We listen to all, like, from the really populars like BTS, Blackpink, Twice, ISN, to like medium groups, Oh My Girl,
Wacky Macky,
Wacky Macky,
From 9, Dreamcatcher,
and then
all the way down to
New Goose, like SIS,
Fanatics, soon to be
very good.
Like other groups,
Nature, Saturday.
Yep.
And
so
then rookie groups too.
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't send every MV I watch into the channels.
Oh God, no. Yeah.
No.
So like we don't even share like every MV with each other, because if we did that just like double our workload.
Yeah.
Because I have to keep up with all the nougat groups I follow. Okay, that's a task in itself.
Yeah.
And then I have to keep up with like the stuff you guys are sending. That's basically the stuff we send is basically what we deem video worthy.
Yeah, because I do a lot of pre-filtering before I post stuff to the
there's a lot of pre-screening.
Yep.
It's I just kind of go, okay, this is something Jihoon might like, this is something I like, this is something Nick might like. This is something that's somewhat different, because I do C-pop, J-pop, and K-pop. That's 3 languages I'm listening to. Like, come on.
Yeah, and so there's like a lot of pre-screening that goes through. That's why I don't send like all the nougat groups. If I sent all the nougat groups, I could double our workload.
Yeah, I would get really upset with you.
Yeah, I know. you would yell at me. But so I think a lot of that is what's also like maybe not like the 2010 throwbacks, is because right now because like I've talked about before, Nugu's kind of in its own world right now. And like in the Nugu world right now, 2010 throwbacks are like the thing. Like everyone's doing 2010 throwbacks. It's like, can you just not?
We just saw Daya with Hug You. That's
a
2015 throwback.
Yeah, like we just got Daya with Hug You. Like there are other ones. I mean, Vavi Girl from Fanatics is a 2010s throwback.
Yeah, like that screams like 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Although like some groups or concepts that like, because this is an inspiration from J-pop, baby metal. That would, for me, I kind of would think that might be interesting, because that's kind of like that Gap Moe kind of concept.
I would like to see what the K-pop industry would do with that, how they would implement it, because like because for how Japan does it, like they like there is like the everyone else's cute scale, right? Like 1 through 10. But then like I feel like with Japan's cute scale, it starts from like 11 and then cranks up to like infinity.
11 to infinity.
Like so I
starts at 11. I love it.
Or
I mean, you're not wrong.
Right. Or Wakaki band.
Wakagaki band? Yeah.
Yeah. Like I like their concept where they are a band concept, but instead of like modern instruments, they use traditional instruments.
Yep. Wakagaki band. That's because like the wa in Wakagaki refers to Japan for the kanji that they used to write the name.
Okay.
So they're the name itself is centered around Japanese instruments.
Right.
That's another sound that I wish would come back, would be a more traditional sound, like
yes,
One
like
Us
how
is
we had
Lit.
One Is Lit, Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. I still jam to that song.
Yeah, I think a lot of that, or very, I don't know how to put it, but reference to Girl Crush. So, for example, Cherry Bullet Hands Up.
Mm-hmm. Probably reference to classical sampling.
Yeah.
Yep.
They have classical implementation. They have, obviously there's the whole VR concept that they go for. And those two in general, like the classical implementation and the VR just doesn't make sense together.
Yeah.
But it works because it's Cherry Bullet and everything works for Cherry Bullet.
Well, plus with classical music, like classical music has proven that it's a timeless sound. You're talking about pieces that are over hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, I guarantee you they're probably not going to be playing like 20 swing in 2100. They're just not going to be.
Right.
Because a lot of the music we make today is for people to listen to today. It's not.
Yeah.
Something I would like to see is a boy group do a video game concept, because I don't think we've really seen that. Because
video game concepts in general just aren't really a thing. Cherry Bullet's pretty much the only one that does it.
Yeah, because the last one before Cherry Bullet was like AOA.
Yeah, AOA.
2018. So.
Yeah, but they've changed concepts since then.
Exactly, and that's not their main concept. So.
AOA's changed a bunch of concepts, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But I also think that like groups are much more free to change concept today. Than they were back then. Like, you had to basically establish yourself as a versatility group back then.
Yeah.
Like, but if you look at the amount of rebrandings that happen now, like the rebranding from a nougat group and then making your group super popular off the rebrand.
So that's kind of like that's kind of like the frustrating thing, right? They have that much more freedom to make the change nowadays, but then we still have like this predominant three different images, three sounds at the moment. Like, they have all this freedom to change, but they stick to the same three things.
Yep. So. And that's why it's very confusing. One of the few confusing things about K-pop. But like, I mean, rebrands are like just a normal thing, whereas like if you rebranded in 2015, that meant your group was failing like really bad.
They
but
think
now
of
it's
like
just
a
like
Dreamcatcher before under Minx.
Yeah, if Dreamcatcher, like if Minx rebranded to Dreamcatcher in 2015, it would have been a mess. Like, everyone would have been like, "Oh no, this group's gonna disband." But
they put it off.
They pulled it off, and now Dreamcatcher's really popular. But a lot of other groups have done that as well.
Yeah, I think they saw how they were able to do it, and they're like, we can do that too. So, You're saying, Mar?
So I put this in the chat before, but a concept I would love to see is a pirate / swashbuckler concept too.
Which we did see a little bit of that in Queendom. Mamamoo did it. And because it's Mamamoo, they can they can do anything.
Do whatever they want.
So.
Yeah.
Mamamoo is just one of those groups that's like, they could say and do pretty much anything.
Yeah.
And they're like one of the few exceptions to Korean media.
Yeah.
When you see them walking out on stage in Teletubby costumes.
Yes.
What can you say?
What can you say to that?
Yeah.
I also think not girl crush, but confidence type concepts.
Ooh, those.
Yeah.
I love
the empowered.
those.
The empowered. So I mean, Mamamoo does a lot of that.
Yeah. So, but not to the point where it's femme fatale.
Okay, so not as far as Mamamoo takes it. Like,
not as far as like Mamamoo or Sunmi or any of them take it.
I'm trying to think of
something that would be more pop femme fatale hybrid.
So I guess A-Pink gets to be fairly close to that then, because
Weki Meki maybe. Weki Meki's
Weki Meki.
And recently, Signature's been kind of going for that, especially with Asa.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not femme fatale and it's not cute. It's somewhere in the middle.
Right.
But I really like that concept. And I also don't think that's done enough. I mean, femme fatale is a little overdone at the moment.
Yeah,
yes.
It's
in my opinion.
Almost borderline sexy, but not exactly there.
Yeah, so I'm not burnt out on femme fatale because it doesn't actually cross my path a lot. But had I listened to Sunmi and like all the people that do femme fatale all the time, I think I'd be a lot more burnt out.
Sunmi's also does a lot of the quirky, not like the itsy style quirky, but like the older, more mature woman, quirky woman stuff as well. Like we saw that a lot last year. So
yeah. But yeah, I think that's also why like myself and Jihoon have had a huge push to soloists, is just because soloists aren't bounded by Korean media. They aren't bound by Korean media, you know. Especially a lot of the soloists we find, they're gonna have 50K views on an MV. You know, they don't care about what Korean media thinks.
Right.
They're just producing music to produce music.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, because we listen to so many soloists and we find more soloists, we get burnt out on ballads really fast.
Yep. I mean,
like, you guys should hear us before we go through when we go through a video. It's like we will have like 3 ballads on the list, and it'll be like, all right, so what do you guys want to get rid of? I'm gonna pick on Jihoon here. It'll be like, Jihoon, go, and Jihoon will be like, yeah, let's get rid of this ballad because I said that last week.
Yeah,
and we'll be like, yeah, that's fine.
I mean, it's not that they're bad. They're really good songs. It's just
ballads are such a restricting.
We've said this
style.
last week. It's very similar to, and we're going to say the almost exact same thing. There may be some visual differences. There may be some chord progression differences, but basically, a lot of the emotion, a lot of the sensibility is going to be very much the same.
Yeah, and that's a part of the filtering process, the pre-screening process for deciding what we're going to talk for the lineup. It's not just limited to ballads. It's like all the other stuff that we said that we were burnt out on for this year, or for the stuff that's been releasing so far this year, is because we just don't want to say the same things that we've been saying as we did last week, or the week before that.
Because one video released a couple weeks ago that I was really excited about was Boy Group. And that had a very, it was a very like different concept. I can't remember the group now. It's gonna kill me. Anyway, so, and I was really liking that. But at the same time, like, I feel like for boy groups are the most restricted right now. I feel.
Yep.
Because it's like you don't even really have 2 concepts. You just go with one concept. You know.
Yeah. And it's like, it's a similar when you talk about men's fashion, right? Like women have so much more options with what they can do and what they can accessorize with. But for men's fashion is like, it's so much less that you can do with it. And I think that's related because you're talking about image, and when it comes to these comebacks and these groups' images, again you're just as equally restricted based off of what society expects out of men. So. Yeah,
I feel like definitely right now, boy groups got the short end of the stick for concepts, because like everyone's getting burnt out on crush concepts now. It's like, well, what are they gonna do next? Yeah, they just not gonna make music, like.
Which is like, for me, if they start, taking after maybe girl groups, doing some of the girl group concepts that the girl groups have done. I think it might create a little bit more variety, a little bit more change. But
the problem with boy groups right now is that the companies treat them much like a rubber band. Like, for example, they will say, okay, you can only do crush concepts because crush concepts are popular, and then that stretches so thin that it just snaps right back, and now you're doing cutesy fun concepts, and it just goes from one spectrum to the other. There is no middle ground.
Right.
I wish there was a lot more variety in boy groups, but right now we're not getting that. I mean, you have a little bit. Stray Kids is like a front runner for variety in boy groups.
I think that's what kind of why I like Stray Kids so much, is because it's not exactly like this end of the spectrum and this end of the spectrum. They're a good like middle ground.
And they have a lot more freedom too.
Because Stray Kids produces their music themselves.
MCND is also another good one for an example.
Yeah, MCND does feel a lot like they are just gonna run with a hip hop concept, regardless of what the media says to do.
Right.
Because I mean, they came out with what, TOP Gang
and Ice
as
Age.
their pre-release, and TOP Gang slapped, and then Ice Age was more chanty.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you. But yeah, so Ice Age was more chanty and kind of went to that style that boy groups are doing now, but it was still had that trap feature because they have a lot of rappers.
Which, by the way, I know I said I'm burnt out on like trap and whatnot, but it's MC&D.
Yeah,
those are my
I
boys.
feel.
Those are my boys.
It's like I'm really burnt out on 2010 concepts, right? But Fanatics comes out and I'm like, let's go. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
You know what I feel like I'm never gonna be burnt out on though? Kigurumis. I need more dance practice videos with kigurumis, okay?
This guy,
Dude, this guy will not stop.
Yeah, he's been on this for like the past 2 months now.
2 months.
Bro,
I've been on this since last year and the year before that, okay?
No, but
he talks about kigurumis more than I talk about SIS, and that's a problem.
Yeah. Like the past 2 months, he's been a lot more talking about it nonstop.
You see ITZY kigurumis. You see BTS and kigurumis. You see Twice and kigurumis. You see
G-Idol.
You just see exactly.
BTS.
From a Stein.
Yeah, X1.
Yep. Oh man,
like, because they're doing like crush concepts, fun concepts, cute concepts, pure concepts, whatever concepts, but in a cute animal like onesie, and it's super adorable or it's super chaotic, and it's absolutely hilarious. I need more of that. And if they made a music video of that, I would not complain, okay?
You know, I'm actually kind of happy that what concept left that I was really burnt out on anyway was like the overly sexy, almost cringy concepts.
Oh.
For example, who?
Group escapes my mind.
Because like you say overly sexy, kind of cringy. Like what comes to mind for me, based off what you say, is like XID. Or
it's like Girls' Day something.
Okay.
It's like overtly like sexy.
Or
it's
Stellar.
Like to the point. Yeah, Stellar. A lot of Stellar. To the point where it's just almost cringe, you know?
Yeah,
it's like, especially if you can tell the members don't really do that, you know?
If it looks like that, they're uncomfortable doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm tracking what you're talking about.
I do wish there was a little bit more, like, I talked about New Jack Swing, but like just more swing in general, like more Momoland type stuff.
Yeah, but say Oro would probably love that because he was saying he'd like to see a lot more brass.
Yeah,
yeah.
I would love to see more trumpets, more bugles, more saxophones.
Oh, baritone sax. Baritone sax is what I want.
Baritone saxophones. That would be a song to my heart, man.
Yeah, I would really like to see more Momoland type grooves, especially because like Momoland is kind of owning that genre right now.
I mean, Saturdays slap too.
Saturdays did slap, but it was like the best way I could put it is like Nugu Momoland.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Like the comment section was filled with that, and it's like I don't care, I love it.
Yeah.
In Twice's fanfare, when it came to the brass instruments and that, I absolutely love. Like I just have like a small love for brass instruments. Since
that reminds me, brass trap is actually not bad. Dudu had that for Blackpink.
Yeah, it's got for me. That's got
or Kill This Love
too much. So
Kill This Love had even more, but yeah, I definitely think brass trap is an interesting fusion that should be done more.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Basically, I mean, I'm just down with what you said earlier. Just getting back more variety into the industry.
I'd also really like a rock trap hybrid.
Rock trap, so like jeez.
What was that one song that you introduced me to? That one instrumental you introduced me to in the chat.
Yeah, it was a Dark Strings beat.
Because I was thinking of like Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatcher had one song that was similar to that.
Yeah, I think the implementation of strings really helps a lot. Especially like push forward that like the fact that it is not just a trap beat, you know.
Right.
But I think it works a lot if your group is primarily rap. There's not going to be a lot of singing.
Right.
I just thought of an instrument that Nick might actually like too. The violin. Add some more violin to a couple of the song, like K-pop songs.
I mean,
or
that'd be like a throwback to like the mid 2000s, because like I loved a lot of songs that came out that featured incorporated like a lot of cello and violin. The titles of the songs I can't remember right now because it's just been so long, but yeah, like I would like to see a lot of that as well.
Oh, and if you
Kind
really
of like
want
an organic feel.
Yeah, and if you want to piss Nick off, just call him violin, big violin, really big violin, ginormous violin.
All right, so ISN is now 2 people. It is just me and June. It is just me and June anymore. Why don't you go back to playing like your Guchin or something? Get out of here.
I believe the instrument is called an
Dynasty.
air hoop. Is what you were talking about.
No, a different instrument, but good try. So, but I mean, in general, I think a lot of variety needs to be added.
Yeah, because earlier
That's one reason I was really hyped for ANS at the first, because you remember that rock intro in ANS's debut.
Yeah. Oh man,
that's why I was really hyped for them.
Yeah. And earlier when you said like you'd even like to see some more jazz, like I already knew exactly where you're going with that, because I was thinking the exact same thing. Like I don't care if it's a genre that I don't listen to or care about.
At least it's something.
It's something different. Yeah.
Like at least it's something, you know.
And especially since it's K-pop, it's never one pure genre. They're gonna infuse it with something else. So show me an interesting fusion.
Yeah, I'd really like to see that. But I guess we will have to see in the future. It's seeming pretty dry right now.
Yeah.
But by the time this episode releases, it might be completely different.
Yeah,
Right.
I was about to say,
I mean, hey, if companies end up watching this video, you should just hire us, and we'll give you suggestions of what should be released. We got you. Just get us a place where we can live. That maybe some food, maybe some food.
Alright, so honey butter mixed nuts.
Oh yeah. Just give us a place to live with cupboards full of honey butter mixed nuts.
Yeah, we'll live off that. It's easy.
Yeah. Alright, guys. You guys.
I think it's about time to wrap up.
I think it's time to wrap up.
Yeah.
So, please take it away.
Thank you for watching. This has been ISN Talks. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Click that bell icon if you want to see when we upload in the future. Join our Discord. We interact there pretty often. You also get sneak peeks at what we're going to talk about next week. We have a Twitter. Make sure you follow that. And we will see you guys next week.
Comment giant violins.